Hello, welcome to episode 10 of Stu-ing It podcast. The title of this episode is capital M, small a, capital X. And why are we saying capital X?
Because in Roman numerals, X is 10. And
Exactly.
Yep, and on this fine chapter of Stu-ing It today.
Thank you. So why don't we do introductions?
Yes, I am Max Greenberg.
Can you say a little bit about yourself?
I'm Daddy's son.
Good.
So,
Yeah.
Um,
All right. Anything else?
not much.
Not much. Okay. We have a whole hour to discuss this. So.
Yeah.
I'm Stu Greenberg, host of Stu-ing It.
Kind of obvious.
Kind of obvious. Thank you. So why don't you introduce yourself, Tina?
Well, you just introduced me for everyone.
Is there anything you'd like to say about what your likes or dislikes or preferences are? Not as of yet.
No.
Okay. And we have on the board our guest, Mr. Ming Chan.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back, guys. I love having you guys in here. And you guys are always welcome back in here.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Ming. It's a pleasure being here. And just to let everyone know, we're not wearing masks now, but we were wearing masks before.
Yes,
and a shared universe is very COVID compliant, and we're all sitting in the appropriate spots. And
I wiped everything down, and if I can find a tape measure, where I'm 6 feet away from all three of you.
I would say so.
I'm from you.
And they've been collecting
you.
cleaning materials like pop figures or collectibles.
That's right. And what were you going to say, Dina?
I'm sitting 6 feet away from all of you. Well,
Yeah.
more like 3 feet, but it's
Well, that's okay, because you know what? We're a pod.
Yes,
You know what
No,
a pod
no.
is? We're not a pod?
we're very.
Why aren't we a pod?
because
We're already 3 minutes.
But
in
I mean, a pod is your immediate family that you're together with, and you know where each of you have been. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Have you been down to Bermuda, Dina?
what? No.
No. Okay. Well, I mean,
You can't travel.
okay. So we know where each other has been. So we're in the pod of safety, right? And we're in the podcast of Stu-ing It. So
So yeah.
Oh, this is
May I
like
give the
so
rundown
corny.
of what we'll be doing today? Doing in this fine 10th chapter.
well, why don't we go?
Please don't.
Why don't we go item by item? Okay.
Yeah, Max, that might be easier.
Okay, so the first thing that we wanted to discuss, and it's something that all four of us have experience with, and that's a review of Moobies, a fictional restaurant that
Has
became a
been-
real restaurant. And
In the Gianni's Pizzeria place.
yes,
Well, also in California, Max. So
and
you really
and in
And
Toronto
right now.
yeah.
and Chicago
Yep.
and Minneapolis, I think it is. So
So yep,
basically,
it's come and gone in New Jersey, and we haven't done a review, and we didn't do one last episode, so we
Well, that
thought
was
that we should do it
kind
on
of
this
before,
episode.
but whatever.
we're gonna do it now.
Yes.
Okay, so basically, for those who are not informed, there is a fictional restaurant that is a big part of the Kevin Smith View Askew movie universe, and there's a lot of different things that go in and happen in this restaurant. And what happened is a gentleman named Derek set up a pop-up in California. And then there was the ability to order food through Goldbelly, which we did. And then we had the pop-up here in Red Bank at Gianni's. And then it's gone to other locations as well. And from what I understand from being a member of the Kevin Smith Club, that it will come back to New Jersey relatively soon, which is exciting. So the first thing let's talk about is that when we ordered a Goldbelly, we ordered the food. What was that like?
It was actually really good. The beef was actually amazing.
Well, actually, it was not beef. It was.
Can I say?
Please.
It's not actually beef, Max. It's vegan.
Well, we ordered the vegan part because
Yeah.
we're trying to be healthy. So it came in the box, the refrigerated box, and with buns and the Impossible Burger and
the instructions.
the instructions.
So now we know how to make the movies. So now we know how to make the movies burger whenever we want. We just have to go get the supplies, of
Yeah.
course.
So what did you think of the movies that I made? The cow tipper.
I think the cow tipper was a good one. It was a nice little touch, and it was one of the best burgers. It was actually the first vegan burger I've actually had, so that was a nice little first time experience.
Yeah.
So.
And what did you think, Dina?
It was okay.
Let me say for Dina, that is 10,000 stars because you do not give praise easily. You are a very, sophisticated reader, right?
Yeah.
Would you say that's fair?
Yeah, well, also, I don't just say things to say things.
I appreciate that. I wish more people were like that. So we had the Gold Belly movies, mail order, and then it happened that I was on a Ask Me Anything with Kevin Smith, and I suggested that he opens up a movies in New Jersey, and he said, well, basically he gave the Kevin Smith Club, the people on the call, a hint that it was coming, and then we signed up and got reservations. Unfortunately, what happened is, and this was, through no fault of anybody's, it was just circumstance, that it happened to be the same week of that we had religious holidays, so we couldn't go when Kevin was here. We went on Sunday, but we had a splendid time. We saw you, Ming. We saw Mike. We saw Walt and
We
get him.
we went to the secret stash.
Yeah. So what did you think about eating movies in person at Gianni's in Red Bank? What was your initial thoughts on that?
I think that it was actually really good. I mean, like the Kevin Smith fan base, like it needed like one thing. It was like it's a nice little touch. It's like a McDonald's and like for them and for me, like I'm basically like, how are they gonna pull this off? And they pulled it off super good.
Yeah.
For good of all the safety regulations and then we went to the stash and got that a secret reward for going both to movies and the stash. So.
Which were stickers. That was
Yeah.
great. So,
The
but
stickers, really, like just stickers. That isn't a really good reward.
I thought it was amazing, but that's just me.
You thought that was-
I have a
oh my
whole book. I actually have several books of stickers and pins and patches, that are Kevin Smith related.
Yeah.
So when we got there, what was the first thing you noticed about the restaurant?
A long line to get in, and
But very well spaced out. We followed.
Well, the first thing I noticed was that the walls were not normal. They're purple, which is not normal, and then that was kind of weird.
Well, it's normal for movies. That's the color scheme for movies.
purple
Purple?
and yellow.
Yeah.
And it's
Purple.
Yes.
That's a really, really bad color scheme.
You think so? Okay.
Purple and yellow.
Well, you know what
don't
we're
go
gonna do?
together.
We're gonna preview. We're gonna talk about Dina's design sensibility when she talks about how she's redesigned her room. So hold on to that, and we'll talk about that.
one of the last things, so you might want to stick to the end.
Yeah. So you know what I liked? They had the giant.
The giant inflatables that we got some pictures with Mike. Mike. That was one of my
Mike?
It was Ming. Ming.
Ming.
Yeah,
Max.
with Ming.
Yeah. Well, it's so hard to tell Mike and Ming apart.
I know we
Yeah.
look so similar.
Yeah,
so,
you're
It
like-
really is so hard, right?
You're like twins.
Yeah.
yeah, it's we're the other Wonder Twins.
Yes, exactly.
Mike, I guess.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, yes.
Well, it's so hard to tell us apart.
According to our friends in TESD, you wonder about other things, but
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
that's
not for this podcast.
No, that's not for this podcast.
That's for
But,
another one.
But I mean, it was super impressive to see these like how they must have been.
It must have
20
been like I'm guessing like 10 to like 12, maybe like 14 like feet inflatables
They were
of Jay
gigantic.
and Silent Bob,
What was
and then
gigantic?
those
the
inflatables.
inflatables.
Oh, those are big.
And then the giant "I assure you we're open" sign.
Yes, of course.
I don't
That
know where that
was-
one comes from, so
That comes from Clerks.
Yeah, Max.
That's
Do you even pay attention to the big, ginormous painting in Daddy's room that says, "I assure you we're open"?
it's not there. Or whenever I've seen it, it's not there.
it is.
okay. All right.
Real.
Well, you know what? We'll table this for until we get home and check. Okay. So
Okay.
okay. What did you think about you like the onion rings?
Yeah, that's the only thing I had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had a whole burger that you chose not to have. Why
Did I not have it?
Well, tell me, why didn't you have it?
It had cheese on it, first of all. I don't like cheese. Second of all, it had tomatoes, pickles, onions. What else did it have on it? I think it had like
Sauce.
sour cream and sauce.
Well, yeah.
Weird,
Unfortunately,
yellowy sauce.
I
It was
could-
not mustard.
I could not order a Dina special, which we call the Triple B. That is
Bun, burger, bun.
Yes, that's
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 no
the-
other thing.
What did you think about?
I thought it was pretty good. It was triple burgers, so it was, so
Oh,
was
yeah,
big.
that.
yeah, it was big. So
Yeah.
I had I ate a lot. It was actually really good, and I had some pickles, which I like. So.
Yeah,
Oh,
and we had hater tots.
oh yeah. Wait, what? Hater tots.
Well, that's what they call them. Instead of tater tots, they're hater tots. It's a brand. You don't care for that.
No. Hater
Okay,
tots.
well,
That
just-
just sounds
just-
weird.
ju-
and
just in-
wrong.
Next time Kevin's in town, you can take it up with him.
Okay,
Okay,
I will.
I'm sure you will. So
Yeah, I'm gonna be in that. I'm gonna be there.
yeah. So, but in general, it was a pretty interesting, cool experience. You would
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
I
It's
It
a
was
once in
not
a lifetime
Well,
experience.
No, it's
from
not.
what I understand, it's coming back maybe in the spring.
Yeah,
So-
maybe. So if you hadn't had a chance, you probably can. So
I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna come
yeah,
back.
I'm gonna
for
come back.
Well, I'm not.
And hope you're not.
No.
You're not gonna come back with Max and I.
No.
You know what? How about we make a deal?
Mm-hmm.
You can come with us and you can criticize everything you want.
Really? Yes.
Exactly. Exactly.
This is Adina's dream in the pop culture world.
Wow, that excitement is
Yes.
amazing. I have one question for you guys. So, Moobies is a fictional restaurant, only exists in the movie universe, but they
Yes.
made it come to life for these pop-ups. If you could pick another fictional restaurant to come to life, what would it be? Would it be, the Krabby, the Chum Bucket, maybe, or
Heck
the
no.
Krusty Krab,
Nope.
or there's that diner from Star Wars.
Oh yeah,
the
the
cantina.
cantina.
There's
Yeah,
There's Cantina.
the cantina must
Yeah, and there's
come.
also that diner from I think
know.
Attack of the Clones.
Yeah, both the I really like
With,
both of either between the Dexter's Diner or
Good one,
the,
Dexter's Diner or
the
Dexter's
mo-
Laboratory?
or the no that's Dexter's Diner is from that's the diner from Attack of the Clones.
Oh, Attack of the Clones. Oh, that's
Yeah.
what it's called.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's called Dexter's Diner
Okay.
or between Mouse Eisley. If you want like an iconic restaurant that everyone's gonna know, I would go with the Mouse Eisley Cantina because
Sure.
like not everyone knows Dexter's Diner.
Oh, I know that place.
Well,
that dude.
but
And that one does exist.
it does in Los Angeles.
Yeah, it's called
it does.
called
Max.
the Scum and Villainy Cantina. It's a bar, so I guess.
the Mouse Eisley.
Yeah,
You need to make it in New
Yeah.
Jersey.
Well-
That or Dexter's Diner. 'Cause
I agree.
Actually,
either one of them. Like they have like the building outline. They just need to make it Star Wars themed.
speaking of fictional worlds come to life, I was just reading about the hotel in I don't know if it's in Disneyland or Disney World. That's going to be an immersive experience. That basically you go into the hotel, you put like a costume on, like you can be a Jedi or you can be a stormtrooper. I don't know, but and then you go in for like 2 or 3 days, and you don't break out of the story. And basically, when you go into the room, the windows are like screens that show like space scenes, and then when you land, you like go to Galaxy's Edge. So it sounds fantastic
I want to go now.
and fantastically expensive. So, but
Yeah,
Probably
as we all
like
know,
$3,000.
as we all know,
what
what Disney or big countries seek, they don't need the turkey or anything. They're just probably gonna have a big plate of money this Thanksgiving.
okay, all right.
As
So
usual.
so that would be fun. I think, and I'm not sure if it exists somewhere, but I was going to say Pizza Planet from the Toy Story. That
It
would
does.
What about
Oh
the?
yeah, that's
about
the that's the thing I really want to see, because it's an arcade, and like I think you can like win pizzas in there if you.
that would be great.
Yeah.
I think that would be a fun place.
We
to go.
never get to see really the inside of Pizza Planet. We only get to see.
The arcade.
No, we don't get to see the arcade. We only
We-
get to see Andy going in, and like the thingies with like go like welcome to Pizza Planet, and then the toy thingy.
Now you mean the claw device?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's all really.
yeah. Hey, you know what? Maybe we'll watch those movies again. Did you guys see the fourth Toy Story?
No, but it doesn't look good.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, interesting. So thank
It's
you.
hard
That's
it's hard
okay.
for old series to it's hard for a lot of good series to have either reboots or stopping at a trilogy to start another one.
Some series.
Yes.
Yeah, Max.
Other series like
other series do a fabulous job and should keep going on and on until Logan grows up and Jason and Jordan's daughter grows up
What?
and she can be in the next Jay and Silent Bob movie. So what I say is just Kevin, just keep making more of them. So
movies I'm probably not
Some
gonna watch.
trilogies can end.
Yeah,
some trilogies can end.
Some are
Like
not great.
Spider-Man.
Like
Like Spider-Man.
Then Spider-Man, there's like 3 trilogies.
yeah.
Max?
There's the first Spider-Man, obviously the better trilogy in my opinion. The first
No,
one,
the third one's the best.
and then we have the Amazing Spider-Man. That's not a trilogy because trilogies have to have 3. They
horrible.
only made 2, and that was it. Then there's the new one that only has
The trilogy.
2. So
Well, they're
technically-
making another one, Max. They're making another one
Oh well,
So
how am I supposed to know?
I
Yes.
because you
real.
don't follow any current events.
Yeah, I'm probably stuck in the 80s.
I like
You know,
Tom
you wa-
Holland as
Excuse
Spider-Man.
me,
Yes.
you weren't even born in the 80s, so you
okay,
can't
yeah,
talk.
okay, yeah.
Okay, all right.
Okay, yeah,
So
I
do
should
you-
probably move on.
Do you like Tom Holland as
I like
Spider-Man?
Tobey Maguire. He's my favorite.
You like
Oh.
Tobey Maguire? Well, you know what I heard, and I don't know how true this is, but the idea is that there may be a multiverse, like into the Spider-Verse,
We already did that.
and that where
no,
Toby
no.
and Andrew Garfield would meet.
Tom Holland.
Tom Holland
And they have to go
and-
stop
No,
someone.
no,
Hmm?
no,
And they would have to
no.
go stop someone. That sounds good.
That does sound good. So
But I'm pretty sure the next Spider-Man is going to be Miles Morales.
that would be great.
No, it wouldn't.
He's actually not
I
bad.
like Tom Holland, not Miles Morales.
Okay,
He's
well,
actually at least it was made by Sony. He makes the PS4, so I'm down with that.
okay. So Max.
That and Sony created Spider-Man, so they can do what they want.
we
with him.
get it, Max.
Okay, Max. Can you give us a sports update?
Oh yeah, yeah. About yeah. So the baseball season came to end in dramatic fashion.
Okay.
The Rays blew it, and I was actually rooting for them. I wanted them to upset the Dodgers, and I knew that was not going to happen because how are you supposed to beat Dustin May, who has his breakout season, and like Clayton Kershaw, who moved up on the Dodgers strikeout board and getting in a new stacked outfield. And I heard him maybe, just maybe, Nolan Arenado probably going off to LA, which at that point makes LA impossible to beat. And that's going to cement them as the new best team.
So
So they won the World Series and also Rays starting pitcher Charlie Morton has signed with the Atlanta Braves. So yeah.
Max, now you are obviously the baseball expert, but there was some baseball news that I heard that I'm super excited about.
Yeah,
what do you?
except some that I'm not happy about and I'm sad about. Like,
Okay. Well, can I say what I'm happy about, and then
Yeah.
I'm super happy. Well, and I know for the people in Trenton, they're super sad about this, but I'm super happy
I'm very, very
that
happy
the
about this.
Somerset Patriots will
Yeah.
become the Yankees farm team.
yeah, the AA team.
But that's good, isn't it?
Yeah, that's good.
I think it means higher ticket prices, but it seems good to me that And what will be the benefit of the Yankees affiliation with the Somerset Patriots?
Which means already players in the MLB who have injuries, which is pretty common if you're a Yankees fan. Yankees fan, as we all know. That's what blew them the division was injuries.
But-
They will be playing in AA, or if they're draft picks like Jason Dominguez, who's nicknamed the Martian because he has out of this world stuff.
Okay.
He has he
That's a
he
horrible-
hit balls like super far, and he has high OPS. He's switch hitting, and he has an arm, that probably from like the warning track he can throw and get someone out at third. So I believe the Yankees signed him. I believe for like $5.1 million. They're going to pay him for, and he hasn't played in a game yet. So like players like him, they're gonna be able to play, and people like him or like the Yankee like top pitcher prospect Clark Schmidt, because Davey Garcia, who was like one of the better ones, was called up in this year. So,
Okay. So
yeah, they will
so
like both of them are like going to be playing in here. We'll be playing in AA, and if they do well, they can get called up to AAA.
so let's assume it's the next baseball season, and hopefully we're all over the COVID badness. So will you go with me to the Patriots game?
Yeah.
Can we plan on doing that?
Yeah.
Max.
Okay. Will you come with us?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay, great.
Tell us about your friend Robbie.
Oh yeah, Robinson Cano
Oh my goodness.
decided it was a good idea to take steroids, and got caught and has been suspended for the entire season.
He decided it was a good idea to do it again.
Yep.
Yeah, twice.
For the second time.
Wow.
Max, you ever been caught doing something that you shouldn't be doing, and then usually you're like, yeah, maybe I shouldn't do it again,
But
right?
Max's friend Robbie was like,
Yeah,
why not just do it again? You know,
Yeah,
what's
I
the
really
worst of
wanted
getting
him to
caught?
go to the Hall of Fame, but nope.
I didn't.
Mhm.
He doesn't deserve it anyway.
Yeah, he probably didn't have the numbers though, so yeah, that's sad. And
Well, also, he doesn't deserve it.
and he was also on the 2009 the 2009 Yankee team, and they actually won a World Series. Maybe Yankees, if they're listening, moving across the street worked. Maybe move across the street next year. Maybe we can win a World Series.
So okay, have we covered baseball appropriately? now?
please.
Yes, we have
What's the next sport we should talk about?
football.
No.
Football. So right now we have and I
is
believe
so
I have
painful.
some good news for some Giants fans, that the Giants are in second place, and maybe for the first time since I can't remember, we'll be going to the playoffs because
Okay, so when you say we, are you now a Giants fan?
no, I just had
Max
to say
is
we.
a Giants
Yeah,
fan.
okay.
Really.
So now, well, the last time we talked.
Yes, I was half a Patriots fan and half a Buccaneers fan.
Oh.
What's the situation today?
Still that, but I haven't been following the NFC East. I've been the AFC East. I've been following the NFC South.
Okay.
Yes.
That and I have news that apparently, I don't know if it's true or not, that the Buccaneers have taken a huge leap on boosting their offense, since they're getting Antonio Brown get ready. And if you remember Antonio Brown in 2019, he got suspended for the season for doing something not nice off the field. I believe it was like his girlfriend. So,
Okay.
So he got suspended, and
Max, what news sources are you reading?
Yeah, Max. That's so.
that's what I heard.
No, so I mean, you have a lot of information about
Yeah,
sport.
yeah, Max.
Uh-huh.
He's like a sports Wikipedia.
I know.
Hey, I don't trust Wikipedia.
so-
You told me not to.
So when you're looking for information about sports, what are the avenues that you use to?
You know, apparently someone said, and I've been like, well, I'm going to look into it. I don't know. That's what I said.
So-
I'll probably follow up on the next one, which is I'll probably follow up on that in the next podcast that we'll be doing, which is going to be pretty soon. So
Okay, yes.
Which
So
will be on
okay,
Christmas
so
and New Year's.
all right, Max, you've given us some fascinating information. Is there any other sports news we should cover?
No.
Not really. I don't know about hockey, and the basketball season's over, so yeah.
Okay, so Max, you've had the chance to express your point of view. Dina, maybe we could jump to you. Do you want to talk about, like, one of the things we mentioned before were the changes that you made to your bedroom? Do you want to describe what you've done
Later.
later?
Yeah, it is later on the list. So.
Okay, it's later
going
on.
over the sports
Well,
update.
I just Max.
Max, I just wanted to ask you one question. What
Yeah.
are the standings in the AFC?
East. Because I know the Bills are in first. I don't know who's in second or whatever. But I can tell you the
What
news
about-
in the NFC East.
What about the Chiefs?
Yeah, they're in first. They have an What do you expect? They have an easy division, and then they have a team that's so good. Yeah, and for the Falcons fans out,
Max has admitted it. Max has admitted it that the Chiefs are better than the Patriots.
Really?
It's just so
and
sad.
you're a Chiefs fan.
That's
Where-
the person that's coming from someone that started liking them in the when they got to the AFC championship.
Hey, but at
When they
least
got-
I didn't like them after, so I'm really good at predicting stuff anyway.
Oh, okay. All
Yeah,
right.
But at least Max didn't leave the Patriots. Well, the Max is leaving the Patriots because they're
Oh, yeah.
losing, and he started
Hey.
liking them after they won in like 2016.
Oh, really? Yeah, you can't even. No, that was the improbable comeback. I was liking them.
Okay.
No,
During that
Max, you
improbable
like them because they win.
Okay. Well,
Let's all be honest.
I don't.
that's human nature. It's,
And because before that, Max actually liked the Giants, which is a big thing.
No, I did not like the Giants before. I did not like
Max,
them.
stop denying it. You like them. You can ask your aunt, Max.
Oh, really?
yes.
Like,
So
I have.
that
I
would
can
be
rem-
that would be Aunt Betsy or AB, right?
Yeah, that's what we call her.
She's your fellow sports aficionado, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so why don't we move on this
On
topic?
our next subject,
Oh
which
no,
is,
no! Oh
which is
no!
one of
My
Alex's,
least favorite things.
which is one of my, which is going to be one of my highlighted subjects of the day. An update.
Watch out, everyone.
I'm very interested on
It is a Hot Wheels update. We
a
have
Hot Wheels update.
I have super climactic, if I do say so myself.
Okay.
Myself on the way. I have some big news that we have some news. The winter 2020 Hot Wheels have dropped, and I have all 6 of them. They're really nice.
Okay, Max. I had heard you talking about this, and I was in the supermarket, and there was a display, and there looked to be these winter Hot Wheels that you had mentioned. Now, did I get all of the ones that are out now? So we have a full set.
Yes, there's 6 Hot Wheels.
Okay.
Those 5 of them are winter updated. One of them, which is the Carbonator, it happens every year, so I can remember that. It's always New Year's themed. It's a Hot Wheel in a bottle opener. In there, I've opened up plenty of bottles with it.
Now, bottles of what, my friend?
Yeah, Max.
Whenever my uncle or some of my my mom's or friends who are over 21, they have like beer. So like Mama doesn't, but they do, and
Okay.
And I get to open.
Okay, so a little bit of bartending.
Yes.
Yeah,
Excellent.
Max, which is
So-
horrible.
So now, Max, you have 3 big collectors in this room. Yourself, me, Ming as well. The major question here is, you take them out of the container.
Mhm.
You do.
You're supposed to.
You're supposed to. So they're not mint in box.
No,
Yeah,
no,
they're
no.
not.
You take them out and you play with them.
Yeah, some people I know collect them. I have them for the fun of it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
That's
Why
great.
do you collect Hot Wheels like that? That's kind of weird.
to have fun with them.
Yeah.
It's
You're
like
supposed to
collecting.
have fun, but like, Daddy, you collect Batman.
Yes.
But like, you
It's
don't open up the packages.
Gosh, no. Absolutely not.
Yeah, like
But
let's say.
do you know?
mhm.
I have to tell you, when you guys were toddlers and there was a new Batman toy, if it was a
Oh,
really
please don't
nice
tell
one,
me.
I would buy 4 of them.
Oh my.
One for you, one for you, one for me to play with, and one for me to keep in the package. So
That's
insane.
weird.
It's
and
not.
insane.
It's not weird. It's insane. So okay. So
We should probably do that again.
No,
So-
no, please, no.
so we were up to we have all the 6
Things.
Hot Wheels, right? Okay. So why don't we do another? Why don't we move to another topic?
We have some history updates
History.
that I have.
Well,
I have.
This is something that you both can talk about. I mean, Max especially likes history, but you have the same history class.
Yeah, we do, but like not the same teachers. My teacher is way cooler.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Oh yeah.
So what let's see, eras of history are you learning
We're
about?
studying about world religions right
Yeah.
now.
Interesting. And what did you do before that?
We were studying about ancient civilizations. We were studying about ancient Mesopotamia.
Mhm.
And we were talking about the 4 great empires.
Now, did
And-
you talk about Gilgamesh?
Yes.
We talked about Gilgamesh.
Are you impressed that I could remember Gilgamesh?
Yes.
I
Thank you.
don't
That's
really
Gilgamesh.
care about
What?
kill.
It's
I don't-
pronounced Gilgamesh.
Yeah, Daddy.
Okay.
And
I don't
for
really
top
care about
and for
Gilgamesh
prettiness, I'm
or
probably
whatever.
and just for the fun of it, I'm going to stay. We had the Assyrians, and I'm not saying the Babylonians, the Akkadians. and
No, the Akkadians, Max.
and then the
pronounce it.
Neo-Babylonians, and
The
then
Neo, yeah.
after them, like they only ruled it for years, and then the Persians walked in, said,
You're
"This is
you're
a
telling
fun-
me they
this is a
only
nice
Max. You're
city."
telling me they only ruled for 30 years
I
each.
said 43 years.
That's wrong.
That's the Neo-Babylonians.
I don't remember.
No, so
We're-
the
you know-
Assyrians.
So you know what
I
we're
know
gonna
the
do?
Assyrians ruled for a long time.
We're
no,
gonna-
the Assyrians ruled for 300 years. The Babylonians ruled for 200
Which
years.
ones?
The Babylonians, Max.
Wait,
Which-
who
which
got
ones?
the better grade in history?
Me.
All right. Well, we're gonna have to look on the internet because obviously, if it's on the internet, it's
I-
got to be true.
I have a photographic memory.
Except if it's
though.
You have a
Wikipedia.
wait. You have a photographic memory.
I did.
You do
No,
too.
No, you don't. If you can't remember how long they ruled for, that means you don't have a photographic memory.
So how does your photographic memory express itself?
Well, in every matching game, I can do it really easily.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
And also, if you say something, I'll remember it for a while.
Oh, I know that. Believe me, I've been on the back end of that. So, okay, all right.
Yeah, believe me, believe me, believe.
So Max, what's one of the things that we like to do? We invite Dina. She chooses not to participate, but what do you and I like to do?
We like to go on long walks or something. If you watched the last episode, I said you've seen some of the walks. We've recently got this app. I think it's called Relive. It's like a video. It's like a video live walking.
So
Hiking thing.
yeah.
So you can relive the walk.
And it actually shows on a photo map where you've gone. It's pretty cool, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
So that's something we enjoy.
Well, also tomorrow's Thanksgiving, so.
So I think it may rain.
No.
So if it rains, I'll use the bike because remember,
And you can
I'm wearing my new Stu sweatshirt. I'm exercising, either riding the bike or walking every day, and I've done that since January 1st of last year. So far so good. So all right, well now here's something that might prompt a lot of discussion.
Oh yeah.
The Mandalorian.
Oh,
The
yeah.
only
Here
only
we
show
go.
the only show the three of us watched together.
Yeah, cause both Dina and Daddy watch Stargirl, and I don't even
You
watch
choose
it.
not to.
Because
I
he
don't
thinks
even
it's too scary.
It's not too scary. It's just I don't care for it.
Max, you've never watched one episode. How can you say that you don't like it if you've never watched one episode?
I've seen. Like, you tell me what's happened.
So
What?
so the point is that Dina and I watch Stargirl together, and we think it's super
Good.
awesome. And
Wait, Dina. Wait, you may be like one of the first people in the world to actually get an autograph of Stargirl. So.
yeah, we have a very nice friend who I'm not going to mention directly because he'll be flooded with the requests, but someone hooked us up with a Stargirl's autograph, which is awesome, and George framed it for us.
As usual.
As usual. By the way, as Ming was saying earlier today, we all saw each other at our good friend George's framing shop in beautiful Middletown, New Jersey.
And also known as Revere Picture Framing.
Exactly. So
Yeah, super nice, and they do an amazing job.
exactly. And when we say they, it's George.
Yeah, just George, everyone.
So Mandalorian, what overall point of view, good,
The POV,
bad.
it's amazing. This is going to be the series that's going to save Star Wars from what happened in the new trilogy and Solo, because Rogue One was fine. Solo, no one really needed it, but Disney said, why not just make a movie for profit? Okay, and they made, and that's what we get. Yeah.
So you like the Mandalorian quite a bit.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it takes place 5 years. It takes place 5 years after the Battle of Endor, or on the year system I made BBE, which is before Battle of Endor, and then ABE after Battle of Endor.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think we get it.
So
All right.
with that being stated, it takes place five ABE, and you probably, if you know about Baby Yoda, you pretty much know that's pretty much the highlight of the Mandalorian.
Baby Yoda.
Yeah, it's the
So thumbs up for Baby Yoda.
yes.
Okay,
He and
all
Yoda,
right.
like, it's not Yoda. They're just the same species, and they just happen to have like the same thing of. They have like the same like strength of the Force. They have like really good. But, like, if they get proper, but they age the same, and like species age differently. So how Yoda lives to be 900 years old, like 50 years old is
It's like
the
a
age of
baby.
Baby Yoda.
I'm going to
so,
say something that you may not agree with.
yeah.
They've introduced the idea of cloning into the series.
Yeah, cloning's it's an okay. If we're thinking about the best people to clone, we're thinking of the Kaminoans, because they are the best cloners. They were the best cloners. They just made one mistake, was that putting the inhibitor chip into all of the clones to make them do Order 66.
Okay, I'm going to say something that you may not agree with.
You
The
just said
child,
that, though.
quote unquote, Baby Yoda, may be a clone.
What?
Oh, really?
What do you think about
Conspiracy theorist.
that? Do you think? Wouldn't it make sense that
How so though?
they're cloning Dark Troopers and
They just used Baby Yoda's DNA, as we know from Episode 4, because once the bounty was that he had to retrieve Baby Yoda, so that way they can send DNA off to Moff Gideon to use to make the troopers.
but
They need Force-sensitive DNA. They couldn't get a lot because Baby Yoda was an itsy-bitsy baby back then, so they would have to kill him to get enough blood. So that's why they need to capture him now to get more blood to send over to Moff Gideon to finish the project.
Max, we've only seen 2 of Yoda's species. We've seen Yoda and Yaddle, right? Yaddle, who was on the Grand, panel.
Yeah, that's female Yoda.
Female Yoda. So what happens is we've only seen 2 of them. I don't know what happened to Yaddle. She skedaddled. Yaddle skedaddled.
She met her end in Legends.
Okay. So and they've introduced the idea that
Moff Gideon.
Moff Gideon is cloning things, and
he's doing
and
science.
suddenly we see this baby Yoda. Seems to me it could be a clone.
It's been abandoned for what, 50 years? So
Okay.
obviously
Okay.
It can't be
All
a
right,
clone.
so
it was made before the Clone Wars.
here it is. I'm gonna put it out into the ether. Baby Yoda clone. And
How is that?
No. There's no
evidence
evidence to support that,
It would have had
though.
to happen during the time of Darth Plagueis, because he
Yeah.
could have. Darth Plagueis.
Baby Yoda is
he
50
could have
years old,
conceived
Daddy.
Darth Plagueis. If we take there, he's still there. It's past the Clone Wars. That's pretty much the time of cloning.
but they're
That-
cloning now.
Well, yes,
Moff
Daddy,
Gideon,
but
yes.
Daddy,
The Empire
Baby
stopped
Yoda
cloning.
is 51 years old if you count this season.
Okay, that's true. You got me
So,
there.
There is
Okay,
no evidence.
I'm going to make a side note. We
And the
haven't.
Empire.
I'm going to make a side note. I'm putting it out in the ether. We haven't watched Star Trek Discovery together, but I'm going to predict they're not in the future. They're in a simulation run by Control. So
What?
What, in Star Trek?
I've
Yeah,
already put
Discovery.
I've already put this forth. I've talked to Mitch Halleck about it. I've talked to Franco about it. John Suntress I've talked to about it. My bet. I'm gonna go way out there on Front Street or Broad Street, and I'm gonna say that in Star Trek Discovery is not in the future, or they are in the future, but they're in a simulation
But-
made by Control. That was just
That's why all of the characters that we've known and love, like
in the
are,
future. Yes.
So they made a simulation of
Yes.
themselves.
No, that the evil AI
Yeah, Max. Were you
have
even
them
listening?
in a simulation.
So
That-
that's why they were
I
just
know.
put in there, and they can be
What
eliminated.
This is like when you want to patent something and you put it in an envelope and you mail it to yourself. I'm putting it out there. So
I'm telling it to myself.
I'm probably wrong, but if I'm right, then I have proof that I came up with this idea.
Yes.
Yeah, 'cause
Remember
you're
So
this
online.
okay,
podcast.
let me mention something else. Were you as horrified as I was when Baby Yoda was eating Frog Lady's eggs?
Oh, that
my
looks
God.
so ugly.
What?
Yeah. Somebody made
Blech.
like a thing about it where it was where he like put like salt, then put it in like a frying pan. He like fried the eggs and then ate it. I thought it was pretty
Yes,
funny.
I
Yeah.
know. I've had numerous, and I do mean numerous, conversations about this, more so than I should. And I know they were unfertilized, but still, that really freaked me out. Even more than the ice spiders, that freaked me
It
out.
looked like
And-
the ice
and let-
spiders
Eating
looked
that
like
was
face
gross.
huggers.
The way he consumed it was disgusting.
And let me say this. The argument is, well, we've been watching Baby Yoda eat frogs all along.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
but they are not sentient frogs. These are intelligent
Baby,
frogs.
weird,
Yes.
weird.
I had to
frogs that
I
can
had to
speak
get
a
that out
frog
there.
language.
Yeah.
I still love the Mandalorian. And hey, what was that special peek at a character that we thought was gone and is now potentially back?
Oh yes, what's his name? Boba Fett or Jango
Boba
Fett?
Boba-
It's not Boba Fett because once that happened, like he just left in Legends.
Mm-hmm.
He
It could
did-
be someone else.
He did what
They're going
now?
off of Legends.
He left. Like once that happened, I believe like that he left, and then he developed a cancer in his his leg, so he
Now-
had to go to
okay.
Camino to get a new one.
Listen,
And then he became the leader of Mandalore.
okay, I have to ask you something.
Mm-hmm.
You're obviously way more involved in this than I am, but from what I understand, there is the canon Star Wars stories.
Which is Disney, and then there's Legend, because once Disney said like everything like past the original trilogy, it's not canon, and therefore has nothing to do with here. So,
but
we still
counselor, you
Yeah, Max.
said that you were quoting me Boba Fett information from Legends.
Yes.
So that's not canon anymore.
Yeah, it's not canon.
So the guy who showed up after they killed the crate dragon
Could
be Boba.
Max, because you said they're not. It's not canon, so you're basically caught in a little loop.
Okay.
So it has a
really?
possibility of it.
I hope
Gee.
I hope it's Boba Fett. I do.
Like
I'm
Like,
very,
he
very
survived.
excited to see Ahsoka.
Yes, of
Yeah.
course.
The reason why she wasn't in the fourth one was because the guy that
We
made
know, we know.
Ahsoka was directing the fifth one. The
That-
people
Can
over
we
there.
just say something
At home
really, really
now.
fast?
What do you want to say? Tell
He
me.
has said this over 10 times a day.
Oh,
Who
really?
has said what?
Max
About
has
said-
said
said
the
what?
director, the director of the fifth one wanted
I
to make
just want-
Ahsoka in the fifth one.
Okay,
so.
well, I mean, if you created something, wouldn't you want to direct
Yeah, I
the
know, but
episode?
like
Yeah.
Max doesn't have to say it 10 times a day.
Okay, you don't have to comment 11 times a day. you?
Mm,
No,
Okay.
but I haven't commented. I've been silent about it,
Oh,
so.
okay. All right. Okay, very good. So, all right. So, but do we agree that we like The Mandalorian?
yeah.
Yeah.
We like it. I think it's fantastic. If they only did The Mandalorian and no more Star Wars, that would be fine with me.
They just
Really,
have to
that'd
make,
be fine with you?
I don't think they need to do any more movies. I think
I think that they just like Disney's trying to do is they're trying to make things all boosted up. They'll boost it up. They do. It's just, like some of these things are making or breaking like Star Wars. They're doing more to me like some of them like the new trilogy. It's out trilogy. It broke Star Wars. It's just not doing very well for it.
so. You didn't care for it.
No, I did not care for it because they killed off like all of our favorite characters.
Yeah.
They killed off Han. They killed off Admiral
Wait,
Akbar. They killed off Luke.
Max.
They killed off pretty much everyone.
Max.
Do you know what? In my mind, the most ridiculous death was Admiral Akbar.
Yeah.
I mean,
Really?
why was that necessary?
Yeah, I know.
Why did they have to kill him off?
Yeah.
He played
Wait.
such an important role in the Clone Wars TV show in season 4, and you can go and you can go.
Max.
I haven't seen season 4 because then again they took it off of Netflix.
Max,
because,
be quiet for
I've
1
seen the
minute.
Siege
I
of
have to tell you
Mandalore,
something.
and I've
That
seen
makes
the
sense.
Siege of
This
Mandalore.
is really
He plays an
important.
important part because they do have Mon Calamari, but they're in a pickle. But I'm not going to spoil it for the rest.
Okay.
He plays an important part
Oh
in
my
rallying them to get the Separatists out. That's what he does, and he plays an important part. How are they able to get a bunch of their cruisers? The Mon Calamari had shipyards because of Admiral Akbar. He played such an important part in Disney. They're thanking him, and they killed him. And it was and they had to make it humorous by killing him in a trap.
So, I want to give Dina time, your chance. Okay. All right. So, did you have any comment on this last bit of the conversation?
Yes, Max. You just burped, so say excuse me.
Okay.
Hey, I
All right.
That's all I wanted to
now,
say.
that's all you want to say about that? Well, thank you, honey. Do you want to talk about the design sensibility that you have for your new room?
Yes.
What have we done to your room? I mean, it's been a pretty major change under your guidance.
and
So
it's been
Yeah.
expensive.
not that bad. It's
No.
okay.
Wow.
We covered it with birthday presents and Hanukkah presents. So what have we done to your room? So
Well, got new bed stuff.
yeah, and what happened is you decided that you were too mature for Hello Kitty and Trolls and all that. So
Yeah, Trolls is horrible.
Okay.
It honestly was like
Right.
the worst movie.
Also,
possible.
also they made
I-
the Boss Baby's making a sequel. I found that out yesterday.
okay.
Yeah, you said it like 5 times.
I personally like Trolls, and I've watched it a number of times. So what we did is we gave it to our friend Nicole's daughter, Raylan, who is not yet hit tween and is a kid and likes that sort of stuff. So we changed the bedding. What else have we done?
Well, also, I just want to say one thing about Star Wars.
Well,
Ahsoka's
we're
the
going
best Jedi.
Yes,
there
she
Yes,
is.
she is. Yes, she is.
I think
Yeah.
we all can agree to that.
Yes, we can
So-
all agree to that.
So what else have we done to your room?
Well, I'm starting to get rid of all of the DC stuff and replacing it with stuff I like because I don't like collectibles. They're boring and like all you can do is look at them and be like, oh my gosh, it's so expensive.
That's pretty much what
So-
collectors do.
Yeah, seems okay to me. But okay.
And
So-
I'm also planning to get rid of this ballet shelf mirror thing. I don't really like that. It's not.
Okay, we're
my
we're
thing.
gonna have to talk about that. That's attached pretty hard. What we have is we have a shadow box.
What's a shadow box?
It's a mirror. It's a box with mirrors on the inside, and it's attached very firmly to the wall. Dina, I think if we remove
really
that,
ugly.
I think if we remove that, we're going to remove half of the wall. But so,
All I'm
and
gonna say is that it's really ugly.
what did you get for your birthday? What's in the corner of your room?
What did I
Your
get?
chair?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
your
yeah.
charm.
That chair.
What can you describe your chair?
It's like mm, like
An egg chair?
yeah.
Now we had talked about it, I think last time, but we actually
Yeah.
got it,
Uh-huh.
and you and I put it together.
Yeah.
It wasn't that
pretty
bad.
easy,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the only bad thing I think is that Grandma tried to sit in it and fell.
Oh
over.
my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah, that was.
Oh, that was
yeah.
like horrible.
Yeah, Grandma, don't sit in the egg chair.
Yeah. Oh no.
Okay.
Yeah.
So and
Fortunately, Grandpa didn't find out.
that's very true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I know.
and what did we and what? How about the lighting scheme? What have we done to your room?
Oh yeah. Well, that's gonna be a challenge for when we paint it white.
Okay,
We're painting white.
we're in. Okay.
I hate pink and purple.
Hang on, honey. We're
Painted that roll.
that painting job that's a big job. So we're gonna have to talk about that. You know what? You know what Sue said, which was a good idea. Maybe you paint one wall and see what you think about it. Like you could paint the wall with a window in it. We'll paint that wall and see what you think,
Okay.
and start with that.
But I already want it white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we paint that wall white
Yeah.
and see how it looks.
Yeah, I guess.
All right. It's going to be a big job to paint your room.
Mhm.
Believe me, I know because Grandpa and
his friend
and
painted
his
it when
friend
I was,
Herman.
Like 6.
yeah, it was a big job. So, and where else are we going? So you've straightened up all the Barbies went to Raylan.
Yeah, I never really liked Barbies. They're
You
really
never-
really creepy.
Okay, they were creepy. Okay, but so you feel like you feel like the next steps are to maybe get rid of the shadow box. We'll talk about that. That's a bigger job than you think it is, and then maybe paint one of the walls.
Yeah.
Okay.
And well, for Hanukkah,
What?
I'm gonna possibly get shelves.
Yes, you're gonna discuss that with Sue and see
Yeah.
if you can pick out some, and maybe what Sue suggested is maybe getting some wall decor. You know,
Yeah, that's what I also really want to get.
what kind of thing do you want to get?
Well, I have to look.
You have to look, but
But-
you said you wanted like a nature theme,
Yeah.
so
So
we
I
could throw
also-
dirt on the wall.
No.
No,
Why don't we just take dirt and glue it to a wall?
No, that would
No.
be really ugly.
okay, all right. I'm teasing
Hey,
you.
wait.
And also, I'd get worms.
Okay.
Oh,
so,
really?
So you want to go with the nature theme. Now,
Uh-huh.
now you know I have all those plants in the kitchen,
Yeah.
and I have the plants in my bathroom
Uh-huh.
because you want nature. Would you like any plants in your room?
Yeah, I want one of those like green poofy plants
A poofy plant.
and a cactus.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
A cat.
Well, let me say this.
Mm-hmm.
We have that really tall cactus that Grandpa planted for us.
Mm-hmm.
That's by the kitchen sink.
No, but I want a tiny one.
You want a tiny cactus.
A tall one that'll like specks fly everywhere most of the time
Okay.
anyway.
So you want a tiny cactus, a
Yes.
miniature cactus.
Yes, a mini
And the
cactus.
cactus
Okay,
don't really.
but-
And cactuses don't really hurt.
Well,
No.
it depends on the cactus and where
Yeah.
where you get poked.
Mm-hmm.
So now for that poofy plant, we have a bunch of poofy plants in my bathroom and in the kitchen. Why don't you take a look there and maybe we can move some over there? If you want, I can put it in a nicer pot for you. Would that work?
Yeah, but it's like not a big poofy plant. It's one of those
A
ones-
miniature plant.
Yeah, like a tiny plant, and
A
it
tiny
like
plant.
falls
You-
kind of down.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really really pretty.
Basically, you've described half of the plant kingdom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you really have.
I don't, you know.
That's like half of the plant.
Well, we'll see.
kingdom.
All right. We'll look for. You know what we can do, depending on, what's going on with break. We can go to like there's a Blossoms in Hillsborough, which is they sell indoor plants all year, so we can go look at that. Okay.
Well, also, I'm kind of very very sad because this holiday season I'm not gonna be able to have candy anymore.
Oh,
And why?
yeah.
What? Okay, this is the big news. So what's going on
Show
this
5
holiday?
viewers. Oh, wait, 4 viewers now.
Round 2
Round 2 of what?
braces.
Braces.
Mhm.
Well, you know
And I'm
what?
pretty sure those big rubber bands.
Yeah.
Which means
Well,
you're pretty
do
much
you-
going to have soup.
Do you know what? Do you know what you have to look at? Let's look at it this way. That we're fortunate enough that we have Dr. Sanford, who's a super awesome orthodontist to help
Every New
us,
Jersey.
and all his staff, right?
Yes.
Dr. Sanford in Bridgewater. We're fortunate enough that we have resources to take care of it. And then what happens is, once you're done with this process, you'll have a beautiful set of teeth. I mean, you're a beautiful person. You're a beautiful young lady right now, and you're just going to have a little bit of corrective help, right? Just a little bit.
Mhm.
Because, everybody needs a little bit of help.
Mhm.
So I know it's not great. I know you're not happy with it, but sometimes you have to put up with a little bit of nonsense to get a positive reward, right?
Yeah, but you've never had braces, so.
I've put up with a little bit of nonsense. Believe me, I've put up with a little bit of nonsense.
Oh, you really? Well, why didn't you tell us that in the last episode?
What?
Yeah.
Why didn't you tell me that in the last episode?
In the last episode?
Yeah,
Or you mean the next episode?
the last one, because we haven't planned out the holiday special yet.
We haven't. Okay,
Yes,
so
we're having a holiday special.
let me. That brings up. Are we going to watch the Lego Star Wars Holiday Special?
Oh, please, no.
No.
Depends upon.
No.
This is either gonna make or break Star Wars.
It's the-
Max. Your
it's
voice
either
is
gonna-
like,
This is Star Wars right here. This because it has like a thing of Legos here. This and probably another thing. That's pretty much Star Wars right there. There. If Lego and Star Wars do a good job, Star Wars lives to see another day. If not, that's pretty much the end of Star Wars.
I think.
And everyone
wrong,
I
wrong,
think-
wrong.
Well,
Let me say this: if Star Wars lasted through the first holiday special, then I think it will last through the Lego special. Now,
I haven't seen the 1970s special, so
I would not inflict that on you with Itchy and Lumpy and B. Arthur.
I want to see that.
You do?
You're a good father, Stu.
Yeah.
For not, maybe as a punishment, if you're bad,
No.
you might be forced to watch the Star Wars Holiday Special.
It sounds
Now,
so good. That made me
Ming,
like this.
You're younger than me, but were you aware of the holiday special when it first?
I was actually
1970.
not. I didn't see it in its first run
Yeah.
in 1977, 78, whenever they put it out. I think it was Christmas 77, right?
I think 78.
78.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to tell you, I did, and I remember this. And I was 12 or 13 then.
Yeah.
And I was maybe a little bit too old for it, but I'm being a pop culture guy even back then. I was super excited about it, and I remember watching it going,
Oh boy.
I don't know what that was, but that's not Star Wars.
Right. And and is it good? Is this what the rest of it's going to be like? Because there was no Empire Strikes Back yet.
I know.
Yeah, it was,
I know. It was.
Yeah, I know Strikes Back came out in the 80s, I believe.
1980.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I know it was then again I know because then Because Return of the Jedi must have came out in the 90s, right?
No.
83.
No, Max.
83.
Wow, it took
You're,
3
Max,
years
you're
to
a
make
It goes
Star
3
Wars
years.
fan, and you don't even know when
doesn't
the Star
say- it
Wars
doesn't
was
say
made
when it was
at.
made.
Oh wow, you're not a
Because I
true
know-
fan.
Okay.
Wow.
So
Then
so,
what was the rating of Revenge of the Sith?
Max, I'm not a Star Wars fan, so
Yeah.
I have no idea.
so
Yeah, I didn't see the holiday special until years later when I found it on a bootleg VHS tape, and I'm like, "What's this?"
it's well.
and then I was like, "Oh, what's this?"
the only thing good about it is the introduction of Boba Fett.
Yeah,
So
at least
great.
that was good.
So
Good.
great.
Yeah.
Yep, no disintegration, and we find out what we finally mean.
I've been reading up on the 78 special, and it turned out that George Lucas didn't have very much control over it, and it was just like they needed to get something out, and they followed the variety show format of the mid 70s, which there were a lot of those shows on, the Brady Bunch.
Oh yeah, I've seen the
our
Brady Bunch.
grandma is
No.
obsessed with that.
No,
That's
but
Max.
they had a variety show where they had a pool with like swimmers, and they had the Donnie and Marie show. So this was a big kind of a deal to have these kind of shows. But yeah, I remember being sorely puzzled and disappointed. I was like, that's just not Star Wars to me. Doesn't make a lot of sense. So
Oh, at least they tried, and they invented
They tried?
Life Day,
Oh
so-
wow, they
They
tried.
invented
Imagine
Life Day.
that excuse.
Max, they didn't try very hard.
No, they
Well-
Well, the wrong people tried.
Yeah, the wrong
So-
people tried.
so,
At
okay,
least George
all right,
Lucas had at least
okay.
kicked off Star Wars with a bang.
Oh, okay. Who's gonna watch Wonder Woman 1984 with me?
Nope,
I'll
no
watch
thank
it.
you.
What?
Oh,
You're not gonna watch it?
Nope.
Why
I
not?
watched the new one. It was horrible.
Which one?
The new one.
The new Wonder Woman?
Yeah,
from
it was
1984.
horrible.
What's in it? Okay, aside from the really bad third act and Ares, which I agree with you, you didn't care for it.
No, it was awful.
In what way was it awful?
The bad guy, you're kidding me.
Okay, I agree with that. But aside from really bad CGI and a mustache,
Hold up, I want to see.
what was bad about Wonder Woman?
Let's see. Again, the bad guy was
Okay,
awful.
you've mentioned the bad guy, but if the bad guy being awful was the detriment of comic book movies,
graphics.
they'd pretty much all be bad. I mean that, and here's
the graphics was horrible.
the
as
graphics
well.
were horrible.
See,
You have
So
to agree
let
with
me let me say this. Another provocative thought. The major problem with comic book movies has always been the villain. And it's
It's just I want to take over the world, nothing else.
do you know who the best villain is, in my opinion?
Who?
Michael Keaton as the Vulture.
Oh my
No,
god.
that was horrible.
That was horrible. Why was that horrible?
He at least did a good job.
Okay, tell me why it was horrible.
Okay, let's see. He was like, oh, ha, ha, ha. I just want to make money, like every other bad guy, and ransom
Honey,
people.
these days, that's pretty much a definition of a bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
It's making money.
Well, but he was engaging in illegal activities.
Yeah, and I found these
that's the
weapons, so I'm going
definition
to
of a
use
bad
them.
So that's not a good story arc.
No, a good story arc would be like Thanos. I just want to make the universe equal.
So you like
all
the
he,
Thanos?
all he
Yeah,
did was
he
make
was-
all he did was make memes about himself.
What? No, that's not true.
Well, a lot of
And their voice is like so annoying.
So,
wow. Wow.
so Max, you'll watch Wonder Woman 1984 with me?
Yeah, I'll watch it. This will be my first Wonder Woman. So.
You haven't seen the other one?
No.
We'll watch it. I like
Then
it.
I
Well,
wanna
also
see
the
Batman
new Wonder Woman
Returns.
too.
Which new Wonder Woman?
You know the one that I started and I hated it.
I don't know which one you're talking about.
The World War II one.
Or
Remember the
World-
live action one?
the World War One one.
Yeah.
That's the one we're talking about. That was the only Wonder Woman movie, unless you're talking about Linda Carter, and no one talks bad about her. She was awesome.
Well, yeah, that
Nobody.
one.
Nobody.
Well,
Nobody.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
she's
challenge
good.
that.
Yeah.
But the bad guy in that movie was awful.
Okay.
Who was that?
So
It was this like experimenter lady.
Dr. Poison.
Yeah.
Ooh, I
that's a
didn't like-
horrible name.
I hate her.
because she was the villain, honey.
Well,
You're supposed to hate the
well,
villain.
I know, but like her mask.
It was super creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fine,
because
And
I'm
the
gonna
way she
see
did
that.
experiments.
She was the villain.
I'm gonna
So-
see that
so-
movie.
Okay, but one of the things we haven't talked about is we have more merch.
Yes, we have more
We have
merch.
more
It's a
merch.
merch
Hey, we
update.
didn't finish everything.
Well, wait a minute. I just want to make sure we cover this. We have a variety of stickers.
We have
We now have magnets.
we have
we have-
Zoom
pins.
in.
We have-
This.
We have two types
Hold
of.
that up, Stu.
Oh,
Yeah,
two
hold
types
it
of
up.
Zoomed in now.
all right. Here we
Never
go.
asked to take a picture. Stickers. Top of the
And a
line
magnet.
magnet. Did we take the pictures?
All right.
No.
We have two types of
This
magnets.
is like
Your
the,
transparent floating magnets. And
That's not a magnet.
oh yeah,
Max,
the
that's
pin.
a
And then we
pen,
have
dummy.
and then we have we have another type of pin, and your standard pin.
And we also have.
Keychains.
Yes.
The new and improved thing,
So
Things.
I guess.
I'm guessing that we should make like
The
holiday
background is
merch, like
horrible.
limited like holiday merch.
if you send me a direct message, we can work out how you can get some lovely merch.
Merch.
And the people who have received it so far have really liked it quite a bit. So,
Yes, good job.
so you can, and I'm going to leave a
A care package.
I'm going to
here.
leave a care package here at a shared universe.
Let's hope
so,
that's.
so what's in it we cover?
And they
that
also and they also make good gifts.
yes. What's in it we
Okay.
cover?
The Rocky.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, we need.
And
we-
that's and
we
that's
need-
and that is that our final thing.
Well, let's see. We're getting close, but
Okay.
let's cover
Yeah.
Rocky. Now, who is Rocky?
Well, my cat,
Your cat.
I secretly think is a dog.
And why do you say that?
Very energetic.
Mm-hmm.
Does this weird thing where she like pretends to be a cook. Like she stands on her hind legs, leans on the fridge,
Yes.
and like licks the pictures of me.
Yeah.
She
It's
doesn't.
really weird.
Yeah.
She purposely skips over me.
Okay.
She like licks my pictures. Like there's like magnets on the fridge that she licks.
She licks the pictures of you.
Yeah. Some
Now-
people
now
say
does
it's
she-
sweet, but it's kind of it gets weird when it's like I'm there, and then my mom's like, "Go lick the real thing."
Does she lick you? Or?
Yes.
Okay. Well, she
doesn't love
loves
me.
you.
Well, yeah. She
doesn't-
looked me in the
Yeah,
face today.
Rocky doesn't
Yeah.
love me, so
Okay. Well, I mean, what happens is
sad.
we can say that Rocky is really Dina's cat, and so you have Rocky, that's your cat, and there's also Annabelle
And Finley.
and Finley.
Okay, Annabelle. She does not like to be picked up, which is why I'm easing her into it. So far, she
Okay.
lets me hold her for 5 minutes.
Okay.
Before she
That's good.
I'm sure before she baz. Because she doesn't meow, she baz.
What does that mean?
Like,
Wow,
She's
it's
a sheep.
weird.
it is weird.
And then Finley has to touch my mom. Like, he can't be, like, away
Yeah,
from
yeah.
her. It's just...
Okay.
It's
Well,
just
just like Rocky is your cat, Finley is your mom's cat.
Yeah, mommy's like, get off, Finley.
Okay. So those are the pets that you have over there. Max, what pets do we have
Oh, don't get...
when you're over with me?
We have some nice, lovely fish.
We have fish.
Who you can't even touch, so, like, what's the point of even having them as a pet?
Well, you look at them, and it's
Really?
it's relaxing.
How is it relaxing to look at a fish?
I find it relaxing.
Well,
I
I don't.
do.
I like to hug my pets,
Well,
okay?
then
And,
that's
like, scratch them in the ears.
okay. Well,
Oh, Daddy, you finally met Remus and Jellybean today.
I did. Remus and Jellybean, your neighbor's dogs.
Yeah.
They're very nice dogs.
They're very sweet.
Although I think that their owners were a little bit alarmed when I pulled over and opened the window and started screaming at them, going, "That's Remus and Jellybean."
They were like,
I was you've talked about them so much, I've never met them.
yeah.
So
Yeah, and
So-
be warned. If you feed them treats. They
They're-
Jelly Bean likes to have fingers snack.
Okay, we're getting close to the
Yes, we
end.
should probably have our conclusion.
Well, you know what I was thinking? Bear with me. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving, okay?
And we
Right?
have some
And unfortunately, it's not the kind of Thanksgiving we would
yeah.
necessarily want. You know, we're not going to see friends and family because we want to protect, you know, Grandma and Grandpa and Aunt Eva because they're older and, you know.
Yeah, but they like forget to wear a mask half the time anyway.
Okay, well, that's why we really have to protect them. So what happens is we're gonna be together tomorrow. You're gonna be with your mom on Friday. So I asked you if you wanted a turkey, and what was your response? No. But what do you like to eat?
Tacos.
So what are we going to have?
a turkey
Turkey
taco.
taco.
Turkey tacos. We're going to have turkey tacos courtesy of Daddy, right?
Yes, specially made. This should be the first time on record.
Okay, so why don't we do this in conclusion, because tomorrow's Thanksgiving. Why don't we go around and say what we're thankful for, okay? Who would like to start?
I think Max would.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about starting.
What would
I'm
you like to
thankful
say?
for everything I've had and history taking the way it did.
Okay. And in what way do you mean that, Max?
By history going the way it did.
Okay. Any particular?
Like if the Native Americans hadn't come across the settlers, we wouldn't be here, pretty much.
Okay. All right. That's an interesting
We
perspective.
wouldn't know how to really survive.
Okay.
So yeah.
Well, and I see that you're also gunning for third position on the American Loser podcast, right?
Yes, that and the sports
KP
one.
and Larry,
Yeah.
Kahuna, we're coming for you. Max is the major competition
Oh, yeah.
for the American Loser History podcast.
That sports podcast as
Exactly. So, all right. So, Ming, do you want to indicate?
Oh, absolutely. Of course, I'm thankful for all my friends and family. I'm thankful for you guys, my
Thank you.
friends and fellow podcasters, and everyone
Thank
that's come in here this year. It's been a very weird year.
Yes.
I've had to make a lot of adjustments. I had to keep everybody safe.
Yes.
But I'm thankful that you're able to be here in front of me safely.
Yes.
And I really got to thank everybody who's supported us and believed in us for sure.
Ming, I have to tell you that you're to be commended that you immediately jumped on the remote technology, and you kept that going. And those who know me would say that I'm slightly conservative when it comes to safety and things like that. So the fact is that I feel comfortable to sit here and have a podcast. I want you to know that's the confidence I have in you and Mike and Julia and Chris and Christian. You're to be commended. And we certainly appreciate being part of a shared universe network. So
I appreciate that, and I got to see your kitchen too, which was cool. So I got to see your setup at home. So that was awesome.
Exactly. Well, I mean, let me
really messy.
Yes, it is.
That is true.
I think that is true of 95% of kitchens these days. And let me say, too, that what we may do is, depending on timing and schedule, once we are past, all of this, once we have a vaccine and everything is taken care of, we'll do a remote from our deck. We'll do a nice outside remote and have an outdoor podcast, okay?
Yeah.
So, Dina, what are you thankful for this year?
Wow.
I have to say something.
Wow.
It's okay.
I honestly don't know.
You honestly don't know?
Well,
Well, you know what?
Don't even think of a thing, Max.
That's fine. So what I will do is I will.
Oh, I know what I'm thinking
Oh,
for.
please.
I'm thankful for hair.
For hair.
Yeah. Unlike you, and you, Max, I actually have a built-in scarf.
That's true. That
Yeah.
you have built-in insulation. That's right.
Just like
Not like
I
you,
have,
Max.
I have a different kind of insulation, but I'm working on it.
what is that?
Well, trying to exercise.
Oh, I get it. Okay.
So what I will say, and I say this to my friends and my family and my colleagues. I've had discussions with people. I work globally, so I've talked to folks in Brazil and Japan and China, all over the world. And what we have to say is that we have to be thankful for what we have. There's a lot of people who have it a lot worse than us.
Yeah, that's so true.
We have to be thankful that things will get better, and in the end, what happens is that we are more alike than different, and really everybody is working towards the same goal. They want to be happy, they want to be healthy, they want security for their family. So if we look more at how we're similar and less at how we're different, then that would help us out quite a bit. So that's what I have to say. So,
Can I say one more other
of
thing?
course.
I'm also thankful for myself.
Yes.
Because if it weren't for me, then I don't know what you guys would have done. You probably would have lost, everything.
In terms of what?
In terms of what?
You would have lost your phone, Max. You would have lost
You better not say that.
Hot Wheels,
Yes, you are.
Pokemon cards.
Let me say this, is that if we do a evaluation based on each of our rooms, you are the most organized together person. Okay?
Yeah, I'm the most dirtiest.
What?
I'm working on my room.
We're both working on it, and there's nothing wrong with that. I just keep moving forward. Onward and upward.
Messiest room of America goes to Max.
Have you seen the basement lately? I think my basement is worse than Max's room. So Ming, it's been a pleasure.
Pleasure?
Thank you. I
Thanks for that.
I have not been looking at any of the feedback, but I will look
A lot
at
of good
it.
feedback. You can check them out later.
I
But
will
a
check it
lot
out.
of love here.
Yes.
A lot of love here.
Can I
So-
say one about
so-
You, Stu. Sue says she's thankful for you, Stu.
Oh, that's
Stu.
that's
love
lovely.
the handsome guy. Aw. Daddy's
So,
some friend. Turkey tacos are awesome.
As I said, if you're interested in the paraphernalia, just shoot me a DM and we'll work something out. And our plan is
We'll come back here for hopefully a winter special.
we'll come back for a winter
Amazing.
special. So we're gonna go back to George and get some of the stuff that we gave him today. George,
Oh, Daddy, you should really tell them about what is it that you got signed and the thing that they found in the office when they were moving to what's it called?
Rippany.
well,
yeah.
you know what we'll
No.
do?
have
We will show that when that's available.
Yes,
Oh,
we'll do
an
another-
unveiling, unboxing, if you will.
You know what we'll do? You know what we'll do? Why don't we see if we can get George and we'll do an unboxing?
We'll do another
okay.
collab of our Veer picture framing because back in the day when this podcast was just starting, we had an unboxing episode of them.
Yes.
That was fun fact. That was actually my first ever podcast episode.
Well, you can
Well-
call it a
Ming didn't
cameo.
host it. It was
Max.
I can't remember who hosted. I think it was
It was that
It-
Michael
it-
dude.
It was the I believe it was like the Big Kahuna hosted.
Yes, I think that
Yeah.
was. So what happens is that why don't we see where George is? He's super busy, which is great. But we'll at some point we'll do a unboxing video. So
I think George can move us up in the line a little bit, right? I mean,
do you know what? Do you know what? I will not rush greatness.
good point. Good point.
So
All right, George, shake as long as you want, but not too
exactly.
long.
Okay.
Yeah, it can't
So-
be longer than a month.
So
Right?
the only thing that I think that we may have to do is that we have this beautiful graphic that Ming, thank you so much for. I think we might have to talk to Chris to get a theme song.
Oh yeah.
Because I know.
I have a good thing. I have a good theme song.
Max,
Song
you
like
can't come up with a theme
Batman
song.
spoof of
No,
them.
no,
Okay.
no. Max is horrible.
Well,
at
It's not a bad
song.
idea, Max.
Max
It's not a
is
bad
really
idea.
bad at musicality.
Well, you know what?
You're a bat family.
Let me say this.
And I have
Why don't we? It's Chris who does the.
Chris Matt is
What we'll do is we'll shoot him over some ideas and see what he can do for us.
Max is horrible in musicality. I just want to let
So
everyone
am I.
know.
Oh,
I am-
please.
okay, hey,
This is why I leave it to the experts, Steve.
well, let's do this. I have an idea.
Yeah.
I want you to say one nice thing about your brother, and I want you to say one nice thing about your sister.
You're going first.
No, I asked you to go first.
No.
Can you say one nice thing about your brother? I know you can. Think about all the qualities that Max has. What's something that you really like about Max? He's very creative.
Yeah, I guess.
Is that something you like?
Max, take that thing out of your nail.
Can you tell me?
You're creative, I guess.
He's creative, I guess. Let me say
You have good
that
style.
that's a monumental first step forward. Okay, Max, can
You
you?
have good style.
Dina has good style. Okay, all right, and with that,
That's doing it. Episode 10.
No.
We exit this chapter.
we're out.
I guess.
Adios.
Yep.
Yeah, bye-bye. I
Bye.
guess.